Here we are again with Dungeon Lord's Collector's Edition this time. Now I'm already in game. This is just right after the game starts, but yeah, the thing is, the resolution is the main issue of this game. As you can see, it's 4:3. That's not really much of an issue, but the thing is though, I'm running it at 1024 by 768, and you can go higher than that, but then your interface doesn't scale with your resolution. It stays about the same. So when you upgrade your resolution, your UI gets smaller and smaller. So 1024 by 768 seems about right. Maybe 800 by 600 would be even better, but that's way too small. But why I started in game is the fact that the menus are actually 800 by 600, and when I start recording in the menus, the resolution stays the same. So if I started recording in the menus, then the resolution would be even smaller than what you're looking at now. But yeah, this is the collector's edition. I got it up and running. I managed to get a physical copy, installed it, and so far it has run beautifully. Though I haven't played it for more than a few minutes, so it might start crashing on me. I don't know. But
Hail, traveler! I have something for you.
So let's have a bit of a play session, just to so we can point out the differences between the two. So here we have Messenger Simon.
I carry a letter from the Celestial Order at the Temple of the Circine.
Right, still the same messenger with the same letter. What letter?
I was told that the one to whom the letter was intended would find me here. I've been camping up for weeks, waiting for someone to arrive.
Where is this Temple of Circine?
The Temple of the Circine is in the nearby town of Fargrove.
Where's Fargrove?
This road will lead you to Fargrove.
There's a big sign that says Fargrove that way. Celestial Order.
The seers of the Celestial Order can read the stars and foretell the future.
Seers that can foretell the future?
I don't know anything else about them. I am only a messenger.
Right. Well,
very well.
Thank you, Simon. So yeah, the same call to action as we had in the other game. And of course we're going right the other way to explore and get ourselves maybe some points. There's an enemy coming. So I'm not sure if the AI would act the same way, or it's just because of the way I've been playing. But this game feels way more almost turn-based in a way. See, he hasn't attacked me yet. He doesn't. We don't start really. I do an attack and then he may do an attack, but then, well, he kind of starts going at it. But yeah, they seem a bit more hesitant than I am used to. Let's see. Gold and a weapon. The control scheme is quite different from the Steam edition, and when you look at the keybinds, they're really weird, and I actually started out changing them, but actually you don't want to do that. They make sense once you start playing. Let me explain it a bit after this. So shift is interact, which normally you would make E or F in some cases. And E is your inventory. So that sounds rather backward or weird, because I want to have inventory on most of the time Y, maybe B, but mostly just Y for inventory. But the thing is, this is your so the E button brings up all this, but the thing is, this is kind of your where you want to do your spell casting from. So kind of makes sense. You need to do this in the middle of combat, and also, like I said, somehow this game feels more turn-based than the other one, because when I use this in combat, kind of the enemies kind of stop in place. It's kind of weird because it's not, you know, they don't really freeze or anything. So they just kind of stand there looking at you. But then you can just cast your spells if you need to. So yeah, it's quite neat to have that. Well, not neat, but it makes sense to have that action on E instead of Y or wherever. Yeah, also this game doesn't have a map. Not so much. Not like the other game where you can just press M to bring up a map. Because if I press M now, actually little minimap disappears. So yeah, you will only be using the minimap. Whoa. Yeah, but there are some enemies. Because look, when I press E, see, he kind of just stops what he's doing. Well, he continues what he's doing, but he's doing it in place. So I could have gone and used a spell there, but we don't need to, because basically I only have a healing spell now. So yeah, another thing, and I actually haven't figured out how this works yet, but as you can see, this stuff is kind of unidentified. Then I press the right mouse button and then I can get this identify pop up. So if I have 50% chance to identify it, and we failed, now I have a 0%, so I guess I have to wait until I can try again. I think that's how it works, because yeah, other items are at 0 as well. So yeah, I haven't really figured out how that actually works or where that is connected to, which skill. But yeah, this is really different than Steam Edition, because Steam Edition it was basically, and also we get more subclass choices. Here we get 5 classes, and I think in the Steam Edition it was 4. Although you could say 5 is maybe a bit overkill, but oh well. But yeah, so even though we're an adept, we could still. Well, no, actually, we can't. Yeah, or maybe we can. I don't know. Let's check later when we have some advancement points. Yeah, the mana so we have a health bar, but the bar below it, in the other game it's, in the Steam Edition it's mana, conventional, but now it's actually an XP bar. Mana also works differently. And we're still picking up rat tails, though I don't know how reagents work. Because yeah, spells now have charges. So this has 2 charges, and also when the mana, I'm not really sure when you get the charge back, but I think it's when your mana refills, something like that. Or maybe just after X amount of time. So what I was actually thinking, how they changed up the Steam Edition, because honestly, looking at this, I'm kind of wondering why didn't Nordic games. So from what I kind of infer is that Nordic games bought or own or inherited or something, got the rights to Dungeon Lords from Dreamcatcher, which released this game. So then they had Dungeon Lords, and they were in the process of making a sequel. But the sequel was cancelled, and instead they made Dungeon Lords 2012 edition, which is basically close to what we now know as the Steam edition. So what I thought was maybe, and this is just me thinking out loud, I'm guessing that they started working on Dungeon Lords 2, which they did, but that got cancelled, and that they kind of, the leveling system that they thought up for that one, that they kind of maybe implemented that one into Dungeon Lords to kind of modernize it and then release it as the 2012 edition. That may be the thing that happened, but I'm not sure. Because yeah, in the kind of ideally, what you'd want is the is basically this version of the game with the kind of what would you call it? Well, just the enhancements that the Steam edition has in terms of being able to run it at widescreen resolutions and not have your widescreen resolutions for one, and also a UI that makes sense at higher resolutions. And although it's been okay so far, I'm guessing it would be the Steam edition is more stable on Windows 10 or whatever Windows after XP. And maybe Vista. I don't know. Was Vista around in 205? So hang on. Now we can use the heal. There we go. See, now we have one charge. Yeah, even oh right, I should. So yeah, we can bind these. We have 8 slots here, and you can just hover over one of these and just press 1. There you have it. Now it's set to 1. Alright. Mix net spells. We can put that to 2. Let's make a save. Can we try? No. Yeah, I'm really not sure when you can identify stuff again, or try to. But yeah, the kind of the leveling system in the Steam edition, it makes sense. And but yeah, kind of looking at this, even the little amount of it that I've played, and also the amount of that I've watched other people play it, it's just this system seems more interesting than the Steam one. And it I think it the 2012 Steam leveling system didn't age as well maybe as this one, because the 2012 leveling system is very cookie-cutter by now. we? Yeah. And I was also right about there not being music in this Celestial Edition. Celestial Edition. We're using Celestial Magic, but we're playing the Collector's Edition. I'm sorry. Oh, those are a lot of bats. Yeah, that was just loading between zones. Nope, still can't. Also, another thing they changed is that you start in the daytime in the other game. This one you start at nighttime. And you have a clock in the other one. Ouch. Oh, hang on, we had... Yeah, we have enough points to level up. So yeah, we can just pick lockpicking if we wanted to. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to have. You know what, let's at least get Celestial Magic 2. Maybe we should hang on to stuff. Yeah, intellect isn't doesn't really cost that much, does it? There. Let's see what... Oh, right, you don't... Oh, well. That's another difference, I suppose. You just get the spells in the other game. I'm guessing this one we need to buy them, because there are vendors that sell spells. This still works almost the same. Pretty much the same, I guess. Yeah, junk works differently in this game as well. It's just whenever you basically these are somewhat okay. We have a chance to ID stuff. Let's try and ID this now, and we it worked. Why do we get a minus penalty -1, which gives us But that's odd, but because it is light armor. Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't give us anything really. Nope. Pretty close. It's the first one. We got a belt. So yeah, that one we can just wear. Doesn't do anything weird. Right, well we didn't gain anything from it, but that's okay I guess. So yeah, this game actually has a better kind of indication of how stuff how your stuff is doing. So yeah, I installed this on my older PC, the Windows 8.1, because that still has a disk drive, and my Windows 10 PC it doesn't have one. But I just made backup disks, digital copies of them, and then I installed it on the Windows 10 machine, which it is running on right now, and it actually runs better on this machine than it did on the 8.1. Because on the 8.1, when I was sometimes I got frame drops when I was running around for a start, but also when I got into this menu, for some reason everything got really choppy, and this one it just doesn't. So there's something. Yeah, you'd think it'd be the other way around. The farther you go from Windows XP, the worse it gets. Yeah, we already opened it, but the graphic reset.
Hail, traveler!
Hail. But we already talked to you, so it's fine. Yep, a little loading there. Hello. Are you running? Really? Eh. Right, now we don't get the penalty. Nope. Cool. Ah, there you are again. You brought friends. Yep, you don't get to run. Let's heal. There we go. I actually learned from this help menu that, well, for starters, I now know how rolling works, but we can't roll because we don't have the necessary skill for it. You need athletics. Yeah, I'm still pretty far from level 3. Oh yeah, and also that you can do, I was doing different attacks, but they're kind of bound to your movement. If you do back an attack, you do an overhead one. If you do forward an attack, you do a thrust. And if you do sideways, you do sweeps.
Halt! The town of Fargrove is closed by order of Lord Davenmore.
Yeah, smacking bats out of the air is really hard.
The town of Fargrove has been closed. The daughter of Lord Davenmore is missing, and until she is found, no one gets in or out of Fargrove.
Daughter?
I, Lord Davenmore's daughter, Elowyn, has vanished.
Lord Davenmore?
By order of Lord Davenmore, no one may enter or leave Fargrove until his daughter has been found. The gates
Fargrove?
of Fargrove are closed.
Yeah.
Be off with you.
You want to go to Fargrove? I know a secret way. Follow me.
Scorch the goblin. Yeah, we know how this goes. I will say though, he's not as high level in this this game. Or maybe it's random. But in the Steam edition he always was level 6, I believe. Let's see what level he is now. Yeah, he's level 2. Hang on. Let's drink a potion. Another heal. There we go. Can we? So yeah, as you can see, the mana is recharging. We should. Well, that's too long to wait for, but I wonder if it gets to 100, if it will be. Yeah, see, the mana recharges for every spell individually. Crystal of Peace. Don't actually know what it does. Should have tried it back there. Yeah, this is going. Let's make a save. Whoa. The scrolling wheel does still work to zoom in and out, but it's reversed. You can't change it. Well, maybe you could in any file, but not in game. Well, it didn't puke on me. Yep. There we go. Poison needle. It's the first one. Lockpick. Potion of power. Sewers. Yeah. Should probably get some bow skill for those guys. Enemies like that. Oh. Should we try to medium weapons, medium light, light weapon? Yeah, I don't know. Let's try. Nope. We failed. Could probably save scum that. The shocker. Right. Well, I've played through this dungeon before. It takes quite a while, so I'll not bore you with it. Maybe I'll do another episode when I get to the Fargrove city. But then again, it may all be just the same. But yeah. Yeah, really the only thing that the Steam Edition has going for itself over this one is the fact that the it can run at higher resolutions. So yeah, it's a real shame that they didn't just release the version that is this version but with the ability to run at a higher resolution. Instead they changed up the whole game, the leveling system and whatnot. But I already explained why I think they did that. I just think they Nordic Games maybe put some work into Dungeon Lords 2, or otherwise they felt they had to do something to Dungeon Lords to kind of necessitate a re-release again after this game having already been re-released as the collector's edition once before. So maybe there was something like that going on. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been the collector's edition of Dungeon Lords from 2006 rather than the Steam edition from 2015. Yeah. Thanks for watching.